So this class is a yoga flow, and I've called it waves. So we're going through some certain moves and sliding through, creating a wave through the body at some point. It's fun. It's a little challenging at times, but there's always options. So take it at your own pace and have fun. Love you guys and enjoy. And cross your legs. Close your eyes if you like. We're going to do a few breathing exercises to get centered. Feel your spine lifted by your crown of your head up to the sky. And just focus on the crown of the head, the fontanelle. Maybe notice a little smile creeping up on your face as you calm yourself. Letting your breath flow naturally first. We'll do a Villanoma breath exercise, which is where we separate the lung into those three sections, the lower, middle, and upper section. And what we'll do is we'll breathe in a third at the bottom, fill in the middle, the second third, and then the top for the full capacity. And then we exhale it all smoothly out after a hold at the top as well. So if you want to do that with me, exhale now. We'll inhale, expand the bottom part of your lungs. Pause. Inhale, expand the middle. Pause. Inhale, expand the top. And then exhale smoothly. So just have the little pauses in between each third of the breath. Inhale the bottom. Pause. Inhale the top, middle. Pause. Inhale the top. Pause. And exhale smoothly. Again, inhale the middle, the top, bottom, sorry. Pause, middle, pause, top, pause, exhale smoothly. Do it a few more times in your own time. Let yourself expand your lungs. Maybe even placing your hands on your ribs just to feel your middle section expanding out to the side as you inhale into that area as well. Keeping your spine nice and long. So after your exhale, just return to a normal breath. See if it's slowed down or lengthened out. When we slow down our exhale, our vagus nerve, the part of our body that helps us calm down, gets activated and we feel more grounded. Let's place our hands on our knees. And as we inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, we'll pull the chest forward towards the right knee and circle it around towards the left knee. So you're doing small circles with the upper body, just to warm up the hips and the spine a little bit. Nice circles. And then go the other way. So come down to the left side first. So chest goes towards the left knee and circles around towards the right. And then we'll place our hands on the floor, in front of us, and start walking the hands forwards as we fold the body over the top of the legs. Just let the head drop around the back. Rise back up, pulling your navel in. We'll do it one more time, so walk the hands again forwards. Nice long spine first as you come forward, and then fold the head down around the spine. Coming back up. Place your hands behind you and just switch your legs so you've got the other leg in front when we're cross-legged. We'll just do 2 more waves here. Open up the other hip. So walk your hands forward. Nice long spine. And then drop the head round the spine, folding. And engage your core, pull yourself back up into a seated position. And one more time, so hands come forward. Nice straight spine. And now round the head, round the spine, folding all the way down. And coming back up to a seated position. Let's come into a cat and cow pose, so we'll tabletop with our hands underneath our shoulders and knees underneath our hips. We'll lift up our feet, roll our ankles around, give them a bit of movement, flex and point them. Then place the feet on the floor, either the tops of the feet or tuck the toes, that's up to you. We'll sit our hips back just slightly, just to take the weight off the hands. And then lift up your right hand for me. We're just going to give the wrists a little bit of a warm up too. So we'll place the top of the right wrist down, fingers pointing in to the center of your mat. And just give it a light pressure, little stretch. And then fingers pointing towards your legs. Really gentle here. And then placing the thumb down and fingers outwards. And then making a light fist, so scrunching the hands and then just rolling the hand around the wrist. Give it a bit of a movement in the wrist joint. Not too much pressure, just gentle, start warming up the joint. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So planting your right hand firmly now on the ground, left hand lifts up. Fingers pointing inwards, just really gentle pressure as your palm faces up with your left hand now. Fingers turn down towards your legs, palm is still up on the left side. Turn outwards, so your thumb is a little bit more on the floor this time. Fingers are pointing outwards. And then we'll do that gentle roll again. Just gently scrunch your fingers. Your wrists a roll on the floor. Maybe rotate the other way. And then place both hands firmly again on the floor. Spread the fingers wide. And we'll tuck our toes behind if they're not already. And lift the knees just a little bit off the floor. Tuck your navel towards your spine, engage your core here. And drop the knees down, drop your chest forward into cow pose. Inhale here. And then exhale as you tuck your chin into your chest and round the spine, navel to spine. Lifting the knees again if you want that little bit of extra lift. And then drop them down, come forward into cow pose. Chest comes through towards the arms, heart opens up, head lifts. And then exhale, tuck the chin again to cat pose. Rounding the spine, lifting the knees just that little bit off the floor if you want. And we'll do it 2 more times in your own breath. So coming forwards with the inhale. And then exhale, tuck your chin, lift the knees, round the spine. And inhale, coming forwards, dropping the knees. When you've done those 2, we'll tuck our toes again and lift up into our first down dog. So hips come to sky, really bend your knees here, start warming up the back of the legs. Maybe walk your dog for me. Shifting the weight forward, we're going to start a sequence here into plank pose. Drop your knees down and then bending your elbows, bring your body down towards the floor. Rolling the shoulders back and down your spine, lifting the chest up, cobra. Activate your feet. And then press through the hands, lifting the hips back up and tucking the toes into downward dog. Drop the knees down again for me. Walk your hands just a little bit more forwards to the top of your mat. Come up on the fingertips of the hands and then drop your chest towards the floor. So let your face come down, your forehead may touch the ground. Really big chest opener here. Breathe into it. Then lift your head back up, plant your palms flat on the mat, still in front of you. And then scoop your face towards your hands. So bending the elbows, sliding forward. So you want to almost slide your chin along the floor. You may not be touching it though. And then coming through into cobra. So laying your body down, rolling the shoulders back and down your spine, lifting the chest. And then tucking the toes again, lifting the hips up into downward dog. So we'll do that again with a bit more heat. So coming forwards into plank. You can be on your knees or up on your toes this time. Exhale as you bend the elbows, body comes down towards the floor, roll the shoulders, cobra. And relaxing down, tuck the toes, downward dog, lift the hips to the sky. Bring the knees down. Walk your hands a little further out. Again, up on the fingertips of your hands and let your chest drop to the floor. Puppy pose. Ooh, rest your head if it can touch the ground. Let the forehead touch. Lift the head gently. Placing the palms down on the floor, flat. And then doing the scoop again. So sliding forwards, bending the elbows, keeping the chest close to the floor. And maybe come up all the way into upward dog or cobra. Lifting the chest up, activating the feet, lifting your thighs. And rolling over the toes or tucking your feet. And downward dog. One more time, coming forwards into plank. Bending the elbows, come all the way down. Exhale. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Cobra. And exhale, relax, tuck the toes, downward dog. While we're here in downward dog, let's do a quick twist. So we'll lift our feet up, lift the heels up, and then turn the heels over to the left side of your mat. Get a little side stretch. Lifting the heels up again to center and turn them to the opposite side. Feel the other side of your body stretch. Try to keep the weight evenly amongst your hands. Lifting up into center. And we'll drop our knees down, puppy pose. Up on the fingertips, reaching forwards. Let your chest drop to the floor. Maybe shifting side to side here to feel the opening in the sides a little bit more one at a time. So you want to activate the left hand and try to get the armpit of the left side towards the floor. And then do the opposite side. Just a little engagement and a shift. Feel yourself getting deeper. And then back to center here. Flatten the hands and we'll glide forward with our face through to upward dog. Engaging the thighs, engaging the feet. Lift up nice and tall. Or you're in cobra here. And then tuck your toes, down dog. Bring your knees down, child's pose. Have a little break. Maybe relax your hands beside you. Your hands did a lot of work there, so give your arms a break. If you're not in a wide child's pose already, let's widen the knees to the edge of the mat. And then tuck your hands under to reach your toes, so through your body, and turn your head to the side, so you're turning to the right. Maybe you can touch your toes. And then let's turn our head over to the other ear. Even it out. And then sitting back up slowly. Coming onto all fours again. So hands under shoulders, knees under your hips. And we'll lift up into downward dog and walk our hands towards our feet. So one at a time. Just going to take my socks off. And we'll end up in a halfway fold here at the back of your mat. Swaying side to side. Ragdoll down, bending the knees. Let your tummy touch the thighs here. So really bend the knees. And then rolling up gently, one vertebrae at a time, into mountain pose. So standing pose, you've got your shoulders back and down your spine, nice and broad in the chest. Your palms are open. Wriggle the fingers. Tuck the chin slightly just to lengthen the back of the spine, all the way to the top of your head. Just checking in with your pelvis. Maybe pop your hands on your hips. We want to make sure that we're not too rounded in the spine like so, tucking the pelvis back. Or we don't want to tuck it forward too much either, which gives our back a curve. So you don't want to arch it too much, but you don't want to round it either. Just find the middle point, the sweet spot. Engage the core slightly. Tucking the navel to your spine. Wriggle your feet as well. So let's lift the toes up. Plant the mound of your big toe and the mound of your pinky toe. And then feel your heel engaging as well into the floor. So that's the tripod of your feet. Those 3 points you want connected to the floor. And then the arches lifting in between. So you feel nice and stable. Maybe close your eyes. Lift the sternum just slightly. Then bring our hands up towards the sky or the ceiling. And as you bring them up, you don't want to scrunch your shoulders towards your ears, so drop them back down your spine, creating space. And let's step our left foot forward to the top of the mat. Turn our back foot down to the floor. So we're going to go into Warrior Two to start off with. We're bending the front knee generously. And you can turn that back foot towards the front a little bit, just to help your hips out here. And making sure that front knee is tracking over the top of the middle toes and not coming in front of that ankle. So it's stacked over the ankle, tracking over the mid toe. Hands come out wide. Engaging the legs. Pretend like you're trying to tear the mat apart by pressing through the feet. So really engage the legs that way. Maybe turn your gaze to your left hand, the front. Turn the hand over and reach it up to the sky. Exalta Warrior. And then bring the hand back down, sitting a little deeper. Starting to feel it burn a little bit. All right, we'll swing our right hand forward and turn our upper back foot on its toes. So you're in the lunge position now. Come a little deeper. So bend into that front knee a little bit more. You're going to feel it in your right hip here. Opening up. Lifting nice and tall through the spine. Engage your core slightly to keep that spine nice and long, going over arch here. And then reach your hands forward, feeling the weight come into that front leg a little bit more. And there's a strong dynamic line. Imagine a line from the fingertips to your heel. Lifting back up. Maybe clasp the hands together, making a pistol with your index fingers. And then reach back slightly and turn your gaze to the ceiling. Crescent moon. Reaching forward now with your pistol. Again, transferring the weight into the front foot a little bit more. And then bounce a little bit with that back foot or step it in a little closer and coming into Warrior Three. So you're leaning over the top, lifting the back foot off the floor. Engaging that standing muscle. Bend the knee slightly. And again, try to make it really long from the fingertips to your heels. Tilting a little bit more forwards if you can. The chest to the floor. And then opening up the hands into aeroplane. And let your left hand drop towards the floor as you place the right foot down gently. Find your balance. and turn open to the right side. You can use your right foot for balance at this point. Oh, we got a little reminder. Then step your right foot back, warrior 2. Hands wind down. Placing your left hand on the floor, reach your right hand up. See if you can place it all the way to the floor. And then we'll step our left foot back into side plank. Nice and strong. Weave your right hand down and then bring it all the way back up. And find your plank. Both hands on the floor, feet spread out a little bit. Come back to your knees and we'll go into our puppy pose one more time. So up on the fingertips, chest comes to the floor, head comes down. Plant your hands firmly on the floor. Let's scoop forward again with our head, all the way through. Upward dog. And down dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Again, let's walk our hands back to the feet. We'll spread our feet a little bit wider. Come into yogi squat. Shifting side to side. Let the hips relax a little here. Give them a squeeze. And then lift your hips back up, halfway fold, walk your feet in underneath your hips, and rolling back up into mountain pose. Hands come to the ceiling. We'll step our right foot forward. Warrior 2. I might face this way. Just to help you guys. So hands are wide, nice and long. Shoulders are back and down your spine. Bending nice and deep in that front leg. Flip your front palm. Reaches up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, coming back forwards. Reaching the left hand over the top. Inhale, bring that right hand up one more time. And exhale, coming back to warrior 2. Turn your gaze to the front. Just checking with that right knee. Don't let it fall inwards. Track it over the top of your ankle and over the top of your middle toes. Engage the legs this time, trying to pull and fold the mat in half, the opposite way. And then swing that left hand through into lunge. So turn your back foot up on the toes. Sit a little deeper in the hips. Coming forward, shift the weight forward. Nice strong dynamic line from your pinky toes to the fingertips. And lifting back up, crescent moon. You can clasp your hands together, reach up and back. Give your back a little arch now. And then bring your hands all the way forwards again. Still clasped if you want. Step that back foot forward a little bit into warrior 3. So it lifts up off the floor. Your chest comes down towards the floor a little more. And try to keep your hips stacked, parallel here. So you don't want to lift your left hip too much. You want to keep it quite parallel to the floor as much as you can, engaging the standing legs. Your hands are forward or out wide. And then turn again the hip open now to crescent moon. Sorry, half moon. You can tap the floor with your fingertips, so your right hand. Keep the left foot lifted or use it as balance. Place it on the floor. Turn your whole body to the left side. Maybe even your gaze if you want to test the balance. I'm going to keep my gaze to the floor today, feeling a little wobbly. And then step it back gently into Warrior Two, lifting the right hand up all the way and back, crescent. Reaching the hand forward and down towards the floor, inside your right foot. Open up the body again towards that left side. See how deep you can go. You may be on the knee here. And then if you can, bend a little more into the legs so you can place that hand down. Slide your right foot back into a plank pose. Again, opening towards the left side, stacking your feet. Nice and strong, hands under your shoulders. Joints are stacked. If you want that little bit extra spice, maybe lift your top leg. And then find your plank, so hands come down underneath your shoulders. And downward dog. Lift the hips up. Bring your knees down towards the floor. Find your puppy pose. Drop your chest. Let your head rest. Maybe press one armpit at a time to the floor a little more to get that little twist, which feels beautiful in the side body. All right, placing both palms on the floor, sliding your head through to up dog. Whoop. Big smile, activate your feet. And roll back over, hips come to sky. Down dog. Let's walk our hands back to our feet again, to your back of your mat. This time, I want you to bend your knees. I'm going to try a crow pose. If this is in your practice, then awesome. If not, just have a little play here. So just lifting the hips up as much as you can, but still keeping a micro bend in the knees. You want to tuck your knees into the upper part of your triceps. So you're coming up on the tippy toes. Tuck them there. And just play with transferring the weight into that, into both hands for me. Just feel it. You may feel scared that your head might, you might fall forwards, but trust yourself. And then maybe you can lift one leg, one foot off the floor. Feel the weight in the hands. Press the floor away. Imagine a triangle from your hands. And then the tip is in front of you, so just gaze at the floor where the tip of the triangle would be. Maybe lift the other foot. And hold it. So shaky today. And then play the other side if you've just been lifting one foot. Woohoo! Well done. Again, feet wide as a mat, and then come down into your yogi squat for me. Placing your palms together at your heart center to use those elbows to push your feet, your knees apart a bit more. Shifting side to side here feels awesome. Give a bit of movement, nice and gentle. Walk to the front of your mat. Scoop up into downward dog. Drop the knees. One more puppy pose. Really open up the heart. Ooh, yeah. We'll do a twist either side. So let's roll the right hand through, drop the right ear down. You can relax that left hand to the floor more. Lift up and swapping sides. So placing the right hand down. Lift the left hand, weave it through. Left ear to floor. Lifting back up. And then let's do one more slide through, lean back, slide your chin down towards the floor, all the way, upward dog. Inhale and sit back into child's pose. Stack your hands, let your head rest on the hands. Do a little work today. Just give yourself a pat on the back. Figuratively or for real. And then sit back up. Come onto your back. Do a few twists here. And then Shavasana. So let's turn the right foot over on top of the left knee. And we're just going to shift. So lift, pressing into the left foot, lift your hips a little and shift them to the right side. So we're going to drop the legs over to your left side. So the sole of your right foot should be able to plant on the floor like when you stand. Oh, and feel that opening the back of your hips and your glutes. Your hands can be spread out wide. Chin tucked slightly, lengthening the spine. Rising back to center. Shift your hips to the center. And then let's bring the left foot on top of the right knee, planting the right foot on the floor. Press into that foot just to tilt your hips over towards the left side of your mat and drop your legs over to the right side. You may feel a lot tighter in one side than the other, and that's okay. Just acknowledge it. It always fascinates me finding out those things and just noticing how my body feels. Lifting back to center. Let's bring the hips back to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. And then pull them in a little with your hands. Give your hips a little squeeze, rocking side to side. Give your lower back a little massage. Then lift your feet up to the ceiling and grab either your shins, or if it's available to you, grab the toes with your index and middle finger. Drawing the shoulders back and down to the floor. Draw the feet towards your armpits. So you're drawing the knees and the feet stacked towards the ground. This is happy baby pose. Try to not lift your spine too much here at the back. So try to plant your lower back down to the floor. You might have to release in the hand grip a bit more. And pulling your tailbone towards the floor. Just protects your spine a bit more here. And then you can try some rocks side to side if you're not rolling on your spine. Oh yeah. Maybe straighten one leg out, bring the other foot in towards the center line. And try the other way. Happy little baby. Woohoo! Then place the soles of the feet together. Wrap your feet underneath or grab the shins again, whatever's available to you today. Maybe pull your head up towards the feet. Squeeze them in towards each other. Opening up the legs, using your elbows to open the legs. And then release. Melting to the floor. Let your feet splay out wide. Into your Shavasana position. Laying your back all the way down. Let your limbs relax out beside you. Your palms are towards the ceiling or the sky. Open and receptive. Feel the cool breeze in the mornings. Maybe you're doing this in the afternoon. The warm breeze. Welcome to Australia. Just notice your breath. Maybe you'd like to do a triangle breath with me. So you're going to inhale for 5 counts, hold it for 5 counts, and then exhale for 5 counts. And then we inhale again. Like a triangle. So let's exhale. Then inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of it. Squeeze it out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of it out. Now return to your normal breathing. Well done to you to coming to your mat today, practicing some body-mind connection, tuning into your body, getting out of your head and into your body. And place your palms together, and I hope to see you at the next one. Namaste. Enjoy your day.